Students, welcome to ProTalent and I am Nitin Parmar, and today I am discussing very important part that why toppers are toppers. This is sort of a follow-up video on my earlier video that how to score high in the mock test. This is entirely in English. I'll be making one more in Hindi. Please watch that as well. Okay. Now coming to this very important part that why toppers are topper. If you look at the students across India, okay, they have same brain. Okay, they have same, you can say, time available. Okay, they possibly have, you can say, same kind of food, but still toppers are toppers. In examinations like CLAT, I'm sure all of you are able to understand that the CLAT examination favors the toppers because there are a lot of seats available, but those seats are divided into various category, and thereby in your category you have to remain to be topper. And that's why we need to understand that why toppers have that mental caliber when they go and appear for the exam and they perform in a good manner. Okay, there are a large number of students I have seen, they perform, they put a lot of practice, okay, and then they are not able to reach to the top. Okay, my dear students, I'm discarding those non-deserving students who have not put in efforts. I'm discarding those students who don't know syllabus. I'm discarding those students who have not developed any kind of capability for this law entrance examination. I'm discarding those students. I'm not counting those. I'm counting those students who have put in a lot of efforts, okay, who have developed proper mental caliber, okay, they have capability, knowledge, brain, everything is perfect, but when it comes to the exam, they are not able to manage. Okay, and what is very important, okay, that is what I am going to discuss today. My dear students, if you are targeting even for CLAT 2021, do not miss out to watch this video, because in this video I'm discussing those important factors which will contribute your success during appearing for the exam. While you are appearing for the exam, it is very critical for you to understand this aspect that overall academic capabilities, whatever you have developed so far, it has to be taken out, it has to be performed in that 2 hours. And this academic performance or academic capabilities are to be developed slowly and slowly, regularly and gradually. And that is why such kind of discussion is very important. Now, what do toppers do? Toppers are the people, they know the processes, but they commit the least amount of mistakes. Now, why are they able to do that? What is so special in their mental capability and why they are able to do it? And that's why you can say this complete video is there for you to understand how do we become topper or why toppers are toppers. Let me give you a story. In my organization, let's say there are 2 people, Mr. A and Mr. B. Okay, I have explained each of them to complete one particular task, and to complete one particular task, let us assume there are some around 14 steps available. I told them step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, and so on and so forth, and I have given them a specific timeline that this is a timeline you will have to complete. One candidate, when he started to carry out those activity, he completed step 1 in a proper manner, step 2 in a proper manner. Then when he saw the time, he realized it is taking a lot of time. And what does he do? Then he starts to make some activities in hurry. So when he starts making something in hurry, he starts committing a lot of mistakes. And you can say he has an agenda in his mind, because I told him that look, you'll have to complete all, you can say 14 steps, only then it will be considered as a task is done. Okay, now that person is putting a lot of efforts but doing it in a hurry, and he is making a lot of mistakes. Okay, now it is very important for all of us to understand that your exam will also have similar kind of nature, which is, you can say, some around 120 minutes and 150 questions. Sometimes we start with easy stuff, okay, and then you can say we take enough time, and then when we realize, oh, it is taking a lot of time, then we move in a hurry, and then at the end of the day we commit a lot of mistakes. Possibly we don't have enough time to attempt enough number of questions. My dear students, toppers, they know one important part, that the cutoff could be some around 100 plus or 105 plus or 110 plus. Okay, now to do this, they also know that they are going to do some mistakes. For example, let's say if I talk about Mr. B, Mr. B has started doing the work, and this Mr. B knew it that it has to be done in a faster manner. Okay, so from the start he was aware to do it at a particular reasonable pace. He knew it that every step will require some specific time, and thereby he was mentally prepared to achieve a particular goal, and thereby he was committing lesser mistakes. So Mr. B is in a position to balance one place patience. He is not in a hurry, he is not committing a lot of mistakes. At the same time, he is able to, you can say, do it fast. Okay, not very fast, but at a reasonable pace. Okay, so it is a balancing act. Okay, and that's what toppers can manage. They are not doing anything in a hurry. There is no hurry. Okay, they don't have any hurry in their mind. They are not impatient. They are the people who have, you can say, this capability in their mind that they can balance things. I know you may possibly argue that, sir, it all depends on the paper to paper. I understand. So people who are not in hurry are the people who can balance things well. They are not panicking in the examination. I have seen people who are good with their capability, but they panic in the exam. So my dear students, you'll have to master this capability. How do you master this capability when you are not in hurry? How can you master that? Ensure that you appear for 20, 25, 30 mock tests, and that too in a specific timeline, and have a target that I want to score 105, 110 plus. So it is target based, okay, target based mocks which you have to appear for. Okay, so this is the first factor which I can say to be applied. Why toppers are toppers? Because they are not in hurry, they are not panicking, they are very patient people. That's number one factor. Number two factor, which you can say these students are able to do. I have seen the students who are getting very good scores. When I generally see their paper, okay, their calculation, their solving part is so organized. They know what they have done and where they have done it. Okay, they are not putting any random points anywhere. They are organized working people. Okay, they are very organized working people. Okay, so they have everything in their worksheets. It is properly organized. Their sleep hours are very organized. Okay, their, you can say, food habits are organized. Their study habits are organized. These are the students who are able to consistently perform. Okay, the people who are not organized and they have spikes. Sometimes they are able to put a lot of efforts, sometimes they are not, and that's the reason why a lot of problems take place with respect to consistency. They are the organized working people. Okay, so therefore it is very critical that you should have this organized working part. It takes time. Okay, what I said and you simply follow it, it is not going to take place, but you can start doing it. How can you do it? First, you have a proper schedule, number one. Number two, when you are solving paper, be organized in the paper at least. That is what I suggest you to become very aggressive about, very sincere about, that when you are solving the paper and whatever the calculation you have to do, whatever the rough work you have to do, be organized. And while you are reading it, be organized. You are not simply hopping between the sentences. Okay, in your legal aspect, you will have to read in a very organized manner. If you are hopping between, you can say, arguments, so one argument you don't read in between, you jump to the next part, that is going to get into big trouble. My dear students, I have seen many of you are doing it. I am regularly in contact with the students who are performing it, and I want to actually identify where they are getting into trouble, what mistake they are committing. So here the biggest mistake in reading comprehension, in legal reasoning, in logical reasoning, in GK they are committing is they superficially read, they jump, they don't read in an organized manner. That sometimes they even do not read the instructions properly, and that's why the problem is. My dear students, if you are not organized, there is definitely a problem. The toppers are toppers because they are organized. And coming to number 3, this is very important. Okay, the third factor is review your mistakes repeatedly. These are the students, they review their mistakes. These are the people who are very brutally honest about themselves. They know that this is my mistake. Many of us, we are not ready to accept that this is my mistake. We say that I have put in all my 100% efforts and the question is tough, or question is vague, or question doesn't give complete information, and thereby such kind of mistakes are normal. My dear students, if you review it very regularly, it will be very important. Okay, so when you are solving the question, if you have that review mindset, okay, you will be in a position to identify your thought process mistakes. What are the mistakes in your thought process is what you can find out. And once you have found out those kind of things, I think you are above large number of other students. In fact, this is this third point which will give you a lot of, you can say, steps ahead, because you are able to check your own mistakes. So my dear students, why toppers are toppers? Number 1, they are not in a hurry, they do not get panicked, they are very organized people, they organize their working, and number 3, they review their mistakes and they do it repeatedly. Okay, I hope you have understood this aspect. This is the March month, it has started, and it is very important to develop a mindset of a topper. This is a follow-up video on my earlier video, and make sure that you watch the earlier video, that is, you can say how to attempt your mock CLAT, okay, and score high. And this is a follow-up video. While you are doing it, you should know this aspect. Okay, thank you very much and all the best.